Arigato, watashi wa Samuel K.
I'm Dan. I'm super chill Dan, right over here.
Super chill den desuka. I don't know any Japanese. That was just me saying stuff I've heard in anime.
That sounded pretty good. I bet it's accurate.
It sounded at least somewhat convincing.
It sounded Japanese.
It sounded Japanesey. Easy breezy Japanesey.
Yeah.
Am I missing something here? There should be a way to get that Goyle out, right?
Maybe she's out already.
Yeah, let's go check on her.
She said she could take care of herself, and frankly, I believe her.
Yeah, Gerudos are pretty stout people.
Do you say GIF, too?
No, I say GIF.
Mm.
Why?
Because you keep saying Gerudo.
Well, like, it's like Germ or the name Gerald. That tells me there's a soft G there. It might be Gerudo, I don't know. I've never heard anybody from Nintendo say it out loud. It probably is Gerudo, though, because I don't think Japanese people really do J's.
That's like the time I said lapel instead of lapel, and then you made fun of me because I'd never heard it said out loud before.
Oh, yeah. That was just I take any chance I can to shame you, though.
That's true.
You can you sometimes get like a big head, and so I've got to occasionally shame you to keep you in your place. Just to humble you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm really glad you're looking out for me like that.
Well, you know, like, I don't want you to get smug, because then nobody will like you.
Nobody likes me anyway.
By which I mean less people will like you than the few that do now.
No, you don't like me, so I mean, what the hell are you talking?
What an awful thing to say to my very close friend of over a decade. Oh, ennui. See, you get a pass on ennui because that's at least a foreign word. That, like, it's got all those stupid French rules. Like, the French looked at the alphabet and said, let's fuck this bitch up. Like, they don't do anything right in France.
No, they just love putting extra letters and shit and then laughing at you when you get the word wrong.
That's like the fucking thing about French. It's bullshit. You know what mine was? I was on a date, and I was in my early 20s, and I was dating a girl who was still in college. She also, I was 21, and I think she was 19 or 20. We were around the same age, is what I'm saying. It's not as creepy as it sounds. It didn't
sound creepy until you said that, so it's cool.
It would be creepy if it was like a couple of months ago, but this was almost 10 years ago. It was in like 2008.
You're good, we get it.
But, well, that's the thing. I didn't want anybody to think like, Jesus Christ, he's dating college kids? He's 31. No, this was a long time ago.
No, you mentioned you were in your early 20s, though.
Okay, whatever. My point is, I was dating this girl who was still in college. And I was always giving her shit because I dropped out of college and I've never looked back. And she said, hey, I've got this vocabulary thing that I have to do, and do you want to work on it with me? And I had never read the word paradigm out loud, and I read it as paradigm on this fucking date with this girl in flashcards. Like, I knew what the word meant, and I'd read it so many times. And I'd always thought, well, it's got to be paradigm. And I said, paradigm? And she said, is that a joke? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
I looked it up when I got home in the dictionary, and I was like, eesh, dodged a bullet there. I also dodged a bullet in that relationship. She was fucking crazy.
Oh, real quick, you know what that door says?
Pizza pizza.
Close, it just says dungeon.
I like that. Cantaloupe. Oh god, the fucking cantaloupe story.
Cantaloupe.
Oh my god, I used to work at this fucking office, and there was this lady from Lebanon, Indiana, and she always said, it's not pronounced Lebanon, it's Lebanon. Like, that was her thing.
Oh, no.
I was like, no.
It's Lebanon.
It's
place.
Well, the Indiana is Lebanon. Like... that's just how you say it. It's like I used to live in a city that had a Dubois Street, but it's pronounced Dubois because that's just the way everybody says it there. Like, that's a colloquialism. You can't get around it. That happens in language.
I was gonna actually bring that up.
Yeah, exactly. But I was talking about like melons are a big crop where I grew up, and I just mentioned like, oh yeah, it's almost cantaloupe season, and she was like, cantaloupe? Don't you mean cantaloupe? And I was like, well, yeah, it's the same thing. I'm just pronouncing the T because I'm, you know.
That's
like,
yes, how you do
the
it.
T is in that word and you pronounce it, and I don't have as thick of an accent as you. And she was just like, ha ha ha, he calls it cantaloupe or cantaloupe. And I was like, that's what it's fucking called, you old hag. Like,
She was mocking you for pronouncing it correctly?
right, and it's not like she had an accent, and I'm not gonna talk shit about somebody's accent. She just didn't like enunciate the T. So she'd say cantaloupe, and I'd say cantaloupe, and she thought it was the funniest thing. I couldn't explain to, and then like she got other people in the office agreeing with her.
No.
I was so fucking mad.
Ugh.
I've never been more mad in my fucking life.
It reminds me of that Bill Hicks skit, like, you know, he was sitting at a restaurant reading a book, and the waitress comes up to him and just says, "What you reading for?" Not what are you reading? Like, what are you reading for? Like, pleasure.
That's like, I don't know. I'm an anti-intellectual at this point in my life. If somebody doesn't want to read, they don't have to.
No, I get it, but it's like to like just kind of question or mock somebody for just reading in general.
Just
like
reading for the joy of it.
Yeah, like that's fine. You can do that.
I once waited in line to buy a Nintendo Wii. You were there, remember?
Of course I do. I did your makeup.
You did my makeup while we were waiting. That's right. And this woman walks up to me and she goes, "What's everybody waiting in line for?" And I said, "Oh, we're waiting to get a video game console." And she goes, "That's jacked up." And I just want to say, you know what else is jacked up, lady? Your fucking teeth. So pissed. Oh, hold on, I gotta switch. Exploded in the air. Did that do it? It didn't do it.
No. Oh no, Eric gotta go bed.
Eric, good night, my friend.
You sweet prince.
You Prince of Maine. You Fountain of Wayne.
Stacy's mom does have it going on.
She's all I want, and I've waited for so long.
That's the end of that chapter.
Did that set it off? No, shit. We will have a fun Zelda time, Eric. I dedicate everything that we're doing right now to you. This is like that Queen song. Everything I do, did it for you. Like, it was...
Wait, did Queen do that song?
Yeah.
Oh.
There, that got it. Okay.
Nailed it!
I think after this one, I'm going to have enough that I can buy some more upgrades.
You gonna get some more stamina?
I might start on hearts. I think I've got one more heart before I start my second row.
How many hearts can you get all together?
Like 17.
Oh, wow.
It's stupid.
That's a lot of hearts. You know, I really like that Eric boy.
Eric's a kind soul.
He truly is.
God loves him.
Kisses him on the forehead every night.
Whether or not Eric wants to believe it, whether or not Eric believes in God, I know one thing is that God believes in Eric. And that's
true.
That's a fact, Jack. Let's see. I don't remember how to do a lot of these shrines either, so I just kind of wing it. I remember this one, though. Look, there goes my bomb. Whee! Wait, what? I should be throwing my bomb back and forth. Where did my bomb end up? Did it just land up there?
Maybe. It did.
There we go.
You did it.
Oh, I've got to have 2 up there, though.
To let you go back down?
No, because look, I got... This closes when that's up.
Oh. Gotcha.
So we'll do a roundy.
Sweet little round boy.
Oof.
You throw it. You dig this?
Oh, shit. Okay, Roundy's just sailing over.
But Square Guy is not.
Does Squarey... Squarey lands in?
I think so.
Oh, Roundy goes farther.
Whoop. But you fucked it all up.
It's fine. Okay, Square Bomb, you're going in.
SpongeBob Square Bomb, it's your turn.
Okay, so it lands up there. Roundy, seeing the funny pages.
Do what you do, kid.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, we gotta detonate Square and put another Square Bomb up there real quick. This is gonna fuck it up again. Whoops. I figured it out.
Yeah, we got it.
It's just getting everything into place right now that I need to do. Okay. Uh-oh. Roundy, no! Okay, Roundy's still over there.
Oh, ding dang. Did it all right.
I love these bombs like they were my own children.
Your own children that you could explode.
Pow! And I'm going to stand here. And then when the round bomb goes over... Pow! Now I can go talk to my friend, this old mummy. That's really gross looking. You know, I heard a thing, some book I was reading as a kid is, mummies apparently smell like cinnamon.
I could see that, yeah.
A delicious smelling mummy. I'd want to take a nibble if I were ever to see a mummy in person.
I'd probably, like, crack off a finger and then grate it into my tea.
Oh, man. There's nothing better than making, like, a nice chamomile tea and then dropping a cinnamon stick in there.
Or a mummy finger, if that's...
Or a mummy finger, if you can come across them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that they used to do stuff in the olden days where they'd, like rich people would buy mummies and show them off in their house and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, come look at this ancient old dead body we found. Pretty rad, right?
Right, it's like, we don't really care that it's, precious to a different culture. Just come check it out.
Look, he's picking his nose. Ha ha. You know another thing that I've always wanted to buy in my life that's also really culturally inappropriate? Is one of those,
let me guess.
Okay.
Let me guess.
Okay.
One of them giant lip discs from one of those African tribes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, maybe one of those, too, now that you mention it, because that's really interesting. That's some, really interesting, ceremonial body modification stuff. That's neat. It's
not even ceremonial. They just do that because it's more attractive.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the women do it. I don't know if the men do it. I think they might, but the women do it, and then because it's the bigger their lip plate is, the more attractive it is. And I think it's mostly because it makes them more dependent on the man. Because there's a giant lip in their mouth.
Right, that's true.
Or a giant plate in their lip. But anyway, how about one of those neck rings from that tribe in Asia somewhere?
No, not the neck ring. I've always also had a theory about those. They stink, but then I watched a documentary about them, and they have a little special brush they use to clean their neck with.
That doesn't mean that it doesn't stink.
I guess that's true, but they at least are able to get in there and clean. So I'm sorry I assumed these ladies have stinky necks, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, if you wrap something up in metal and leave it like that, it's probably going to smell a little bit.
See, here's one thing, is I had a cast on for a long time, right? And when they took the cast off, I can describe the smell as like sweat and fish food is what it smelled like. It was one of the most horrible things I've ever smelled in my life.
Yeah.
And I gagged. Like the nurse like took it off and was just like, okay, here's your cast is off. I went.
Speaking of bad smells, I was told a really horrifying story today.
Yeah.
I may screw it up a little bit, but this is, paraphrasing.
I wasn't gonna fucking fact check you.
No, I mean,
I wasn't gonna fucking.
I could be totally lying. You
could
wouldn't
just
know.
be making it up. I wouldn't give a shit as long as it's a good story.
Here's the thing. I fucking wish I was making this up.
Fucking Cujo wasn't a real story, but by God, I love that book.
So I work with a cosmetic tattooer. Her name is Addison. She's a fucking peach. I love her.
As opposed to one of those medically necessary tattooers.
There actually are. Hey, don't laugh. There actually is like people that do. I know somebody who works in a hospital, doing the nipple tattoos.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess that's not medically necessary, is it?
I guess not technically, but
it's definitely like a self-esteem kind of thing.
Right, and I don't know. I feel like it kind of is because I think it's part of the healing process.
Well, I mean, if somebody loses a hand, like they don't necessarily need to get a prosthetic, right?
No, but I think for mental well-being, which is definitely medical, I think it's part of it. So.
Do you know what I would want to do if I lost a hand? I would tell the doctor that was fitting me for a prosthetic, I want the scariest looking hook you got.
The rustier, the better.
I want children to point at me and gasp. I want to instill fear in people's hearts.
Okay, so Addison was working on a nurse who was working in the ER, and apparently this woman had called. Like, a different woman had called and said, you have to send an ambulance right now, I'm dying. Mm-hmm. And they're like, all right. So they send an ambulance over there, and they get her to the ER. And she's, like, wheelchair bound, and I guess she's, like, paralyzed from, like, her waist down, so she can't move or anything. Well, at this point, she can't move. She had a blanket over her legs, and they lifted up the blanket, and she was just completely covered in maggots. Like, just completely, like, they couldn't...
Like a blanket of maggots?
Like, just completely covered. Like, chunks of maggots were falling out of her. They said that what they could weigh, they got, like, 17 pounds of maggots out of this woman.
That seems like a lot of maggots.
Yeah, and they had gone up into her body cavity, and like there was like little pimples on her skin, but it was just flies trying to push through the flesh. Apparently she had flies coming out of her nose, and like they tried to catheterize her, and they couldn't find her vagina because it was just all maggots,
just eaten by bugs,
by maggots.
Holy shit.
And, like, they had to call in a surgeon, and the surgeon's like, they're like, you have to do something. He's like, there's nothing I can do. If I amputate her, she's going to be just, like, a chest and going back up. Like, she knew she was dying, and I think they basically pumped her full of drugs, and yeah.
Yeah, I should hope so.
And I think there's a couple more details I'm missing, but like I was traumatized just hearing this story because
that's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Yeah, like I fucking hate maggots, and like she's telling me this, just maggots rolling out of this woman and flies, and I'm just like I can't even begin to understand how she got to this point because I mean, even if she's paralyzed, even if she can't feel anything from the waist down, she can see it.
That's what I want to know, how it got that bad. Like maggot number 1, I'd be like, "Ooh, something's up here."
Yeah, like that's not even the only maggot-related story she's told me, but that one trumps the other one she told me for sure.
That's awful.
Yeah, and if it hadn't been for the fact that a nurse told her this and she was there for it, I would never believe it.
That's insane.
It's so horrific. Like
that poor lady.
I honestly,
though.
it's like I can't even imagine what she went through. But I honestly am like just kind of traumatized just from hearing this fucking story.
That's absolutely horrid.
Yeah. So that's a thing now. 17 pounds of maggots is my new EP dropping that soon.
I remember I read a story in a forum once. This isn't quite as bad, but this guy lived with his like old dementia mom, right?
Mm.
And she was completely dependent upon him. And what happened was, they all of a sudden, this nurse in the ER gets a message over the radio, and it's like, "Hey, we're in an ambulance and we're bringing in something really fucked up and bad." And they bring in this woman, this like 98 years old woman, and then like her son who was like in his 70s. Like, both of them were elderly.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "This is like one of the worst fucking things we've ever seen." And like when like my mom's a nurse, and like I used to work at an ambulance service, so like I've heard some fucking horrible stories, right?
Right.
When an EMT or a nurse says that like this is bad, it's fucking bad, right?
It's beyond
like,
what normal people should have to deal with.
And so they get this lady and her son into the ER, and the son's like eaten from the waist down practically. And so what happened is he had a stroke, right? And he fell over in the kitchen. And then the old woman was walking around the house and tripped over him and broke her leg or her hip or something like that.
Oh my god.
And so, like, they're laying on the ground there, and, like, he's like, "You need to call for help," or he can't do anything because he's had a stroke, right? He's all fucked up. And she doesn't know something's wrong because she's got dementia.
Oh.
And so they're laying there on the floor, and they've got, like, dogs and cats, and the dogs and cats get hungry and start eating this dude's legs while he's still alive. And apparently when they were, like, cleaning this guy up, they found a bunch of human bite marks. And so this demented, like, sad old woman, like, saw the dogs and cats eating it, and she was hungry, so she started eating him too.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Isn't that an awful story?
That's actually, I think that's just as bad. Because maybe there's not maggots, but there is fucking, like, cannibalism.
And, like, the old lady, she didn't remember any of it. Like, apparently they both survived or something. I don't remember the rest of it, but, like, the old lady was, like...
Jesus!
Cool with it after everything.
I mean, yeah, she doesn't remember shit.
But, yeah, that's a good story.
Fuck, I mean, and what's gross is I'm actually getting really good visuals for both of these stories.
Right, yeah, that's the worst part.
But now I have to make paintings of some kind and make other people look at it.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Is it also gross?
No, but it's about working at the ambulance service. It'll lighten the room a little bit after we told these two incredibly depressing and disgusting stories, and this is a comedy show after all.
This is Breath of the Mild, and talking about cannibalism and maggots falling out of living humans is not great. You're right, that's not real chill.
So, hold on, let me talk to this lady. We get a cutscene. So, I used to work at an ambulance service, and we had a lady, I can't say her name because of the law, but I can say what this was about. Let's call her Danielle.
Okay, don't call her that.
Let's call her,
Call her Schmaniel.
Let's call her Beatrice.
Okay.
And Beatrice, called all the time. We called her a frequent flyer. And she was 45, but if you looked at her, you'd think she was like 88, because she didn't fucking take care of herself. Like, I met her once, and, like, when you talked to her on the phone, I genuinely thought that she was, like, a super old woman.
Right.
Because she'd be like, hello, this is Beatrice. And, like, all this shit. She'd call constantly, and she'd go, as you know, I'm an insulin-dependent diabetic. And she always started the call like that, and then she'd go, I need to set up an appointment to go see my doctor next Thursday. Because we also, like, did Medicare runs to get people to their appointments for their insurance and stuff.
Right.
But anyway, she calls and she goes, hello, this is Beatrice. As you know, I'm an insulin-dependent diabetic. And I'm like, you need me to send over a wheelchair van or an ambulance? Because, like, that, sometimes she'd say, like, I need to go to the emergency room, but don't send an ambulance, just send a wheelchair van. Like... But I said, okay, would you like me to send over a wheelchair van or an ambulance? She's like, I don't think I need either. I'm just feeling a little lightheaded, and I think I just need to eat something because my blood sugar's low. Could you have somebody come over and maybe make me some soup or a sandwich or something? I was like, Beatrice, I don't know if I can do that or not. And she's like, can you see? And I was like, okay, fine. I asked my boss, and he was just like, are we busy? Do we have anything going out? And I was like, not really. And so he went over there, and he made her a bologna sandwich.
Oh my god. She just didn't want to get up and make a fucking sandwich.
She was afraid that if she stood up out of her wheelchair to make a sandwich, she would fall because she was feeling lightheaded.
Well, that's fair enough.
And I was like, that's the thing, though, is you call, like, your daughter or something, because I know she was really close with her daughter.
Right.
Like, call your daughter or something and say, hey, I'm feeling lightheaded, can you come grab me a Mickey D's on the way over or something? But yeah, we sent, my boss, Brian, over, or my manager, Brian, and he made her a sandwich and then came back. Told her, yeah, if you still feel lightheaded after you eat, if you're still feeling funny, give us a call. She died a couple of years later. She's fucked up. She's real sick.
I thought you said that was going to be a lighthearted story. That ended up.
I ended it with her dying, though, yeah. I wanted to tell the whole story.
Alright, I guess so.
We also had, here, I'll tell another depressing and weird one.
Hold on, real quick, before you start, I just want to say that I totally ship Urbosa and Zelda. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. I can see that. What was, oh. There was a lady that was, like, essentially brain dead, and her daughter liked getting her Social Security checks. And, like, this woman couldn't talk, or sit up, or move, or breathe on her own. She was on a ventilator. Like, the only thing that was, like, machines were making her heart beat and her lungs breathe, and her brain didn't work. And her daughter was keeping her alive. And, like, we would, like, have to move this woman from their house to their business because they were friends with the owner of the ambulance service. And, like, everything was upstairs and there was cat hair everywhere, so this old woman that couldn't breathe on her own was just constantly covered in fucking cat hair.
Oh, God.
It was fucking horrible. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, always have a DNR. If you are brain dead...
just don't even fucking come back.
Let your family sign the papers to kill you. Because that is what happens, is you are essentially dead. You have a machine that is living for you. And that's no way to live. Like, she couldn't say, like she couldn't eat. Like, she had a feeding tube in her.
I would like to just say right now that if that ever does happen to me, fucking kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I mean, like, if I'm at that point and I've been at that, let me stay at that point for a little while, because you never know, maybe I'll come back. But if I'm at that point for like a year or two, just fucking kill me. Also, Shane says, I always wonder why I'm fascinated by medical horror stories like those more than I am disturbed by them. I mean, they're disturbing as hell, but they're always so interesting.
I'm really interested in that kind of stuff, too. Like, just because I worked in the industry for a while, I always would ask questions of the EMTs about shit like that.
Absolutely.
You've got to kind of have, like, a, You've got to be a little tiny bit of a sociopath to work in those fields.
Well,
Because, like, if you let everything get to you, you're just gonna sit at work and cry all day. Like,
I mean, does that make you sociopathic, or you're just able to compartmentalize?
right, that's true too. But you've got to, like, there's got to be a part of you that is okay with that kind of thing. I actually quit working there because I couldn't handle it anymore because something really scary happened.
I think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, like the phone rang and I picked it up and this lady just said my baby isn't breathing.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's
like,
let's. I don't really want to go into that.
Well, here's the thing: the baby was fine; he was just choking, and by the time the ambulance got there, the kid coughed up whatever he was choking on that he couldn't breathe.
Okay, and there's the happy ending I wanted.
The kid was alive and he was fine, but if he hadn't have been, and I had made one mistake dispatching that ambulance, I could have killed a child. Like, if they were always asking me for, like, directions and what cross street, what way do I turn, what color is the house. If I made those mistakes, people would die. And in that moment, I thought, like, if I had not gotten an ambulance to that house and that kid hadn't eventually coughed up what he was, that kid's life is in my hands and I can't handle that, so I quit.
Yeah.
Because I did make mistakes in that job, but sometimes, like, the mistakes I would make would be, like, you know, like somebody has to go to their doctor's appointment, and their insurance had them drive us to them, and they would say like, "Oh, should I turn on Hillcrest or should I turn on DuBois Street?" And I go, "Turn on Hillcrest," and then they'd be a block out of the way, and they'd be 10 minutes late for their doctor's appointment. Like, not a big deal. It's an easy mistake to make too if you're trying to visualize where something is in a town. But like, if it was a life or death situation, I could have killed somebody, and like. That didn't work for me, so I quit.
Yeah, that's too much pressure. It's too intense. I
was like 18, 19. I couldn't do it now either. I'm even more of an anxious mess than I was back then now.
Right. I mean, when people start telling me about things that, you know, bad things as to why they're getting a particular tattoo, I get overwhelmed, so.
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people do that. You're not their therapist.
Yeah, and I will say one thing that drives me a little bit crazy and makes me just want to charge way more than I do is that people refer to getting a tattoo as ink therapy.
Oh,
and
God.
Yes, while I think that what I do can be healing, I am not a fucking therapist, and sometimes when you dump things on me, I'm not able to deal with that. Like, I just can't, you know, sometimes it's just too much for me. Maybe I've got shit going on, and, like, I understand that, like, why you're getting it is very meaningful for you, but sometimes for me, oh, God, it's just crushing.
I like that her little hat starts to fall off there.
I do, and I like that her sand seal has a little bow on her.
Bless you.
Was that your mom?
Yeah, she's in the other room.
I heard that.
But, like, yeah, that's, like, the crazy thing about it. I need some ink therapy. I was talking about my tattoo recently to somebody. And I was like, I need to get this sumbitch colored.
Well, I'm friends with,
Me?
Yes, I'm friends with you. But I'm also friends with, Dane Smith's girlfriend, April.
Yeah?
I think she's a complete doll. I met her when she was down here at the convention, and,
Who's Dane Smith?
the, Mallory goes to him to get tattooed.
Oh, okay.
And I'm friends with her, and she's super sweet, and, they have a shop up there I want to guest at.
Well, I want you to color my tattoo when you're doing that.
Your tattoo?
My tattoo.
Ooh.
Because, it's just an old black and white skeleton.
Yeah, we need to get that all covered up. Cover him up.
With a stupid Roman numeral in the middle of it.
God, that took some convincing to get you that piece of shit covered up.
I still don't really want to get it covered up, but now I do because it looks stupid in the middle of this otherwise good tattoo.
Right, exactly.
What are you... What?
Where the fuck did your...
Aim for the feet. We can do this.
Wait, why do you not have sand seal anymore?
I guess not. Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
Where in the hell is even the thing? Oh, there he is. Hey,
Oh, there it is, yep.
he's coming.
Uh-oh.
I'm not using a good enough bow, I don't think. Do I have one that goes farther? Yeah, let's use this one. This one shoots 3 arrows.
There you go.
Oh shit. It looks like it's super close, but it's just really big and far
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've got to shoot it in one more foot. This is like Dark Souls. This is how you kill all the monsters in Dark Souls. You just get up underneath them and hit them in the knees. Come on. Oh, I'm starting to freeze. That's why I keep taking all this damage. Does she know I'm a boy? Can I change into my boy clothes?
Yeah, no, they know you're a boy.
There we go. Oh, by the way, I've been a boy this whole time. Lady.
In case you didn't know, I'm the princess's appointed knight.
I wish she'd give me her stupid golden helmet that blocks lightning.
Yeah, you don't get that, do you? I would just wait for a second, wait for that stupid big bitch to come back.
Get back over here, you big bitch.
I like that your seal's just sort of chilling there too. It's like, it doesn't matter that there's a
Can I go
fucking...
out there and get him?
No.
Ow!
It just... Yeah,
Shit.
don't do that. You might want to eat something.
I got electrocuted. Big time.
Hardcore. It's like 2 Pikachus shocked you.
I call that the old Pikachu.
Pika 1, Pika 2, you know what I'm saying?
Where in the hell is this giant camel?
I know, right?
He's hiding in the mist.
It's good at that.
Like a coward.
Come on back.
Am I supposed to move?
No, you just gotta stay in there, I think.
Just gonna stay here and wait?
Yeah, because if you leave, it's gonna shock you. You gotta stay in that little force field.
I'm right here. Ooh, come get me. La 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 la. I'm going after his ass. Ain't scared.
Oh, she follows you. There we go.
No gods, no kings. Woo! Boom! That's how you do it.
That's how you do the damn thing. Is that all you have to do to get it to stop?
I guess. Shoot him in the feet.
Huh.
He's just like, ow, shit, my feet!
My feet!
Oh man, wouldn't it be fun if you had to do like Empire Strikes Back, and you wrap him up around his feet like on your snow speeder and make him fall down, go boom, like on Star Wars.
Like on the Star Wars.
I think the new Star Wars looks pretty good. I saw the trailer for it. There's been a lot of people that's like giving shit about like, who cares about Star Wars now? And I'm like, yeah, but they made a pretty decent one a couple years ago. I liked The Force Awakens.
I haven't seen any of the new ones. Also, I need to take a quick break. I have to pee again.
Alright, have fun. I'll be inside this giant camel. Shane, have you seen The Force Awakens? Did you like it? Like, I've got people that have like... They're like, I don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore, it's bullshit. And I didn't either, but then I saw The Force Awakens and I thought, like, oh, that was actually pretty good. I'll go see the second one. It's not like I'm going to wait in line overnight to buy tickets or nothing, but like, after a couple weeks and the crowds died down, I'll probably go see it. I don't think it's a bad idea. I liked the funny little round orange robot, and I liked when they would tell jokes. Like the thing with The Force Awakens was like, I went into it expecting like horrible dog shit, because that's just what the prequels were, and then I went and saw it. I thought, oh, that was actually a pretty fun little sci-fi movie. Like, if it hadn't have been a Star Wars movie, I think I would have liked it just on its own. So I don't know. I'm not even like really pumped to see the next one, but I'm like, oh, there's worse things I could do on a lazy winter afternoon than go sit in a warm theater and watch this movie.
Head over to that guidance stone. Sounds
It's like the ones that I'm really like dreading are the Avengers Infinity War movie, and like I don't give a shit. I really like Spider-Man Homecoming because the end of that movie was, if Spider-Man screws up, some bad guys get some weapons, and then the real Avengers will go stop them. Like, it wasn't the biggest stakes in the world, which was really nice. Right, exactly. I also like expected it to be a J.J. Abrams movie, like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I just want to see some like handsome people run around and get into fights with laser guns and shit. I'm not expecting high class cinema. Wonk. Oh, hang on. Here's how you do this one. Pull it up and let it swing. And then while it's swinging... Huh! Oh. Well, that's gone forever.
Did you really just lose that whole chest?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Maybe you did, and maybe you did.
Yeah, exactly, man. Not every movie has to be a fucking, like, absolute testament to the history.
Human condition?
Yeah, the human condition. The fucking... not everything has to be a goddamned Citizen Kane or whatever. Sometimes you just want to watch a fun movie where some shit blows up. It's one of, like... Roger Ebert's always been one of my favorite film critics, God rest his soul.
R.I.P.
Because he would watch a shitty movie, and then he'd be like, this is a really shitty movie, but I loved it. And
like, he wasn't... His intellect wasn't, totally enthralled, or, there wasn't some deep, mysterious plot point or plot twist that were just completely out of nowhere. It was fun to fucking watch.
His review of Shoot 'Em Up is fantastic.
I love that fucking movie.
Shoot 'Em Up is fucking great.
It's so funny.
The scene where Clive Owen says, "Fuck you, you fucking fuck." And then Paul Giamatti uses his gun to shoot out the lights on a neon sign behind him so that it says, "Fuck you too." That's high art to me. That's beautiful. I loved that movie so much. I timed it at the time, and it's something like 1 minute and 30 seconds when the first death of the movie takes place.
Yeah.
And Clive Owen shoves a raw carrot into a man's mouth and out the back of his head and growls, "Eat your vegetables."
It's so ridiculous.
It's such an awesome movie. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. It's such a bad movie, but great. So fun to watch.
Right, and that's... Yeah, exactly. You don't have to think about it. It just continues to deliver action and fun and jokes and fun times, so I don't see anything wrong with that.
I really want to get into the Fast and the Furious movies, because a lot of people like to talk about how those movies are not, like, artistic in any way, but that's completely... oh shit.
What?
Ebert said that Home Alone 3 was better than the first two. I need to look this up. The thing that, my thing is, shit, what was I even saying? Shit. Oh,
Fast and Furious.
stunt work is a really underappreciated art in filmmaking. But, like, a lot of people think that, like, you know, because there's a lot of action and stunts in a movie, it's not an artistic thing. There's a lot of people doing a lot of complicated shit to make that stuff interesting.
Exactly, and you know, I don't ever forget that they're basically risking their bodily health to do something.
I'm very impressed by stunt people. And I've always kind of wanted to do it, because I think... here's the thing, I've always wanted to be a stuntman, but just because I want to do something real scary and be kind of safe doing it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Fall?
I've not, no.
It's really good. It's actually kind of a love letter to stunt people. And it's by the same guy that directed The Cell.
Oh, okay.
And I love The Cell. I fucking love that movie, but it's actually even better than The Cell because how the story unfolds, and it's not quite as, like, The Cell is as far as the story goes, it's pretty straightforward. The story with The Fall just slowly starts to unfold itself, and there's these beautiful, fucking gorgeous visuals and everything, and it's a very...
The Cell had some really cool visuals in it. Who directed that?
I'm gonna say this wrong. Tarsem Singh.
It sounds like his name is Carson, but you have a speech impediment.
Thank you.
His name is Tarsem Ting.
Tarsem Singh.
Tarsem Singh.
Yeah, like
S-I-N-G-H?
Yeah.
Or is it like sing like la 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 sing?
No, the first one.
Okay.
We'll watch that. I want to watch that with you. I've always wanted to watch that movie with somebody, so... And I just will forewarn you, I always cry, so...
Yeah, well, you're kind of a crybaby.
That's true.
The movie that I have been 100% in love with ever since I've seen it, maybe I'm preaching to the choir here. Again, it's one of those movies that does something incredibly stylish, and it is 100% just like a crazy-ass action movie. John Wick and John Wick 2.
I haven't seen John Wick 2, but I do really like John Wick.
Holy shit, John Wick 1 and 2 are fucking balls to the wall. Two of the coolest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They are ridiculously good.
Like, I remember watching John Wick with the group, and I was just like, this is really fucking entertaining. Like, it's really good.
The director of John Wick was a stuntman for many years.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make a movie that was just like all about like the stunt work, because he was getting tired of action movies being made where like all of this action and stuff, like you couldn't see what was going on. And so he wanted to make an action movie where like the focus was on the action and the stunts and stuff.
Fair, that's fair.
And so, like, they just, like, had Keanu Reeves train and to learn a bunch of martial arts and pointed a camera at him beating people's asses. And, and like, that's, like, the perfect combination. It's just Keanu Reeves being an angry badass beating the shit out of people. And,
Hold up, is Nabora still walking around?
yeah, he's still running around.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, look, he's walking around down there, stomping.
It's weird.
He's crumping.
He's crumping around, as you do in the desert. One must crump.
Let's see, I gotta rotate that one and that one. No, wait, no. There we go, I want to put him there. I think that'll power up these things, and I forget what that gets me exactly, but it's probably good.
Yeah, it's probably good. Get you a
look,
cutscene.
this little thing came up.
Oh.
I've never seen Home Alone 3, Shane, but apparently Shane agrees that it is better than 1 and 2. Which, alrighty.
I have no particular, like, emotional investment in any of these movies, so I'm willing to see.
Home Alone is directed by John Hughes, am I right?
I don't know. Is it?
I thought it was.
That doesn't seem like a John Hughes movie.
Maybe it was produced by John Hughes? I could be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things.
Oh, I know. Mostly, I think the thing you're most wrong about is the fact you continued to breathe.
Wow.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It's a little bit harsh, I thought, but...
Yeah.
Home Alone 3 was written by John Hughes as well. According to Shane here in the chat.
Oh, dang.
I'll have to see Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3 was the one where they replaced Macaulay Culkin and got a cuter kid.
That's because Macaulay Culkin was on his way to being the guy we know today.
Looking like the fucking Crypt Keeper. That's mean, though. He's a drug addict.
Home
Alone 3 was written by John Hughes and directed by the guy who did the live-action Scooby Doo.
Oh, well, I don't have very good hopes for this.
I saw the live-action Scooby Doo. It's not horrible.
I don't like Scooby Doo, so...
You don't like Scooby Doo?
I don't. The only one I like is Velma.
Scooby Doo and the X-Files got me really interested in the paranormal as a kid.
Hey, and that's fair. I've never, even as a kid, I just didn't like Scooby Doo, so...
He's a talking dog.
I just felt like he maybe should have took a speech class or two. He could have been better.
That's rude.
Thank you. So, did you know that Mila Kunis used to date Macaulay Culkin?
Really?
And did you know that she had eye surgery to correct her, like, near blindness in one eye, and then after she got the surgery, she broke up with Macaulay Culkin?
That's fair.
I mean, I could also be wrong about this and just pushing forward more lies and tall tales, but I found it funny.
That's fair. Poor Mac.
Also, what kind of name is Macaulay? Is that Gaelic or something?
Probably.
It's just a weird name.
Macaulay Culkin, I've heard stories about him back when he was hanging out with Michael Jackson. And he'd, like, speed around Neverland Ranch on, like, a golf cart acting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a great life. Hanging out with Michael Jackson all day, doing whatever you want. Man, it's too bad he did all that heroin.
Wait,
I thought I'd
which
be able to...
No.
Mac!
Oh, yeah, that's right, he did do a lot of that.
Michael Jackson's thing with propofol, which is like...
Isn't that just basically legal heroin?
No, morphine's legal heroin. Propofol is like the good stuff, though. It's like they give you when you have like surgeries and shit. He was using it to go to bed at night. Like...
Holy shit!
Yeah.
What kind of sleep do you need if you're using that?
Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson sleep. He's a busy guy.
Hey, there's an eyeball.
You gotta take care of that monkey.
He didn't have that monkey when he died.
What happened?
Oh.
What happened between what happened between MJ and Bubbles?
Only they could tell you that.
The only one that's alive to answer the question now is the Bubbles monkey, and he ain't talking.
He ain't saying a word. Except bird, because bird is the word.
The only thing he's saying is, beep, 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 I'm a monkey, can I have a banana, please?
That's about right, yeah. Ouch.
That's just what monkeys say. Okay, we finally got this one. Zombie Island is the second Scooby-Doo movie, is that right, Shane? I haven't seen it in a while. Or no, that was Monsters on the Loose or whatever. It's been a minute since I've watched them. I didn't see them until I was an adult, and I liked the first one enough that I watched the second one. Wait, we gotta ride this thing up to the top because it goes up and down here. Oh, there's 2 of these things inside of the camel's belly.
Yeah.
So I just need to rotate them so I can get to them. I'm kind of doing I'm putting the cart before the horse. Or the cart before the camel, so to speak. Hold on, why am I not Escolido Duende right now?
That's a fair enough question.
Perfect.
The fuck is that thing?
The chest over there. But
Can
right
you get
now,
You need that.
I need this orb. Hold on, I gotta wait for my thing.
Yeah. Can you throw it down?
I can, but I kind of want to hang on to it.
Just throw it.
No, I'm carrying it.
Alright.
I'm a mama, and it's my little baby egg.
It's a cute egg you got. I don't think it's gonna hatch into nothing nice. Shane knows a lot about Scooby Doo movies.
That's fine. Let Shane be a fan of Scooby Doo. Just because you
I
don't
wasn't-
like it doesn't mean that you need to police everybody else's behavior.
Shut the fuck up, Sam.
You fucking tyrant.
Yeah, nailed it. That's me, Danny the Tyrant.
Are you gonna start going by Danny?
No.
I'm gonna say that's gonna cause problems because I've got another friend named Dan that I call Dan.
Well, you knew me first. I'm just saying.
No, I didn't.
You knew me. Shut. Okay, look. Here's what's up.
I've known Danny since I was like 14, homie. You're gonna have to wake up awful early in the morning to get one over on me.
You know what? I will allow this because I have 2 Sams, so you're allowed to have 2 Dans. I get it.
Okay, am I the better of the 2?
I'm not telling you that.
Wow.
I'm not going to compare you guys. It's like comparing apples in a pile of bologna that smells like an ashtray.
I don't smell like an ashtray anymore. I quit smoking. Thank you, though. I knew which one you were talking about when you said that. It was me.
Okay.
I was going to try to cheat and link those together with metal objects, but I didn't have enough of them.
Oh. I wonder if that would actually work.
It does. I've seen people do it.
That's awesome.
But I didn't have enough metal stuff. When I was a kid, I had a VHS tape that had a bunch of Scrappy Doo episodes on it, and fuck Scrappy Doo. I think we can all agree with that.
I think that's what made me hate Scooby Doo altogether with Scrappy Doo. I fucking hated that thing.
Oh, hey, this one goes up too.
Yeah, you get on it. There's another ball up there.
I gotta go get that other orb.
Get the orb. Get the orb.
That's not an orb. That's a chest.
A orb. It's not a orb.
It had a screw in it. Oh, there's the other orb. Can I magnet the orb?
Probably not.
I want to see what's in the top of
Oh,
this
you
thing,
totally
though.
can!
You can magnet the orb. I'll do that in a second.
Yeah, we'll see where this goes. I don't think this goes all the way up.
Yes,
Maybe?
it does.
It do.
I'm just going to throw the orb down there and get it later.
Fair enough. I think you were over here already.
Maybe I was. Who knows?
You was.
Where'd my orb get to? There you are, you crazy guy. Come on.
He's your companion orb.
I always liked the Scooby Doo mystery hour or whatever it was, where they would have like an actual real life celebrity on the show, and was always like Don Knotts or Mama Cass or the Osmonds or Batman and Robin, and they were Adam West and Burt Ward. Those were always really good. I liked those Scooby Doo specials. The one with Mama Cass is insane. Because Mama Cass is very famous for being a heavy woman, a heavy-set lady. And so there's just, like, tons of jokes about how fat she is and how much she likes eating. And it's really fucked up that she agreed to do this.
Jesus.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Do I just need to rotate this thing? What the fuck is this doing as I rotate it? Is anything happening when I do this?
Other than it turning? I don't know.
That thing on the side turns. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, let's get this one going.
You gotta line them up somehow.
Well, I rotate it one way, it turns that side.
Okay.
And I think I've got to get both of these little plumb bobs.
You do.
Yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Don Knotts was Barney Fife on the Andy Griffith Show. He was also Mr. Furley on Three's Company, who was the landlord after Mr. Roper.
Shane says, like, who the fuck is Don Knotts?
That's what I was just answering.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to you again. Oh!
There we
You got another platform.
Let's ride it up. Let's ride it up!
Hold up!
I know a lot about 70s celebrities because I used to watch a lot of Nick at Night as a kid. I didn't sleep.
We used to watch Laverne and Shirley all the time with my grandma. I also used to watch a lot of Sweatin' to the Oldies with Richard Simmons with my grandma.
Richard Simmons. I used to watch, you know what my favorite game show in the world is?
$10,000 Question Man.
No.
Don't tell me Price is Right.
Wrong.
The Dating Game.
Wrong. It is a 70s game show,
Yeah.
and the way they delineated between the seasons is it was the blank, like, 75, and then they would have, you know, like, 1975's season.
The Gong Show.
Wrong.
Wrong gong. Wheel of Fortune.
Jesus Christ. I would like to just answer this question, because I know you don't know the answer.
You don't know that I don't know. Oh, you're right, I don't know. What is it?
Match Game.
Oh!
Match Game fucking rules. I once went to Mallory's house with the express purpose of getting drunk and watching Match Game DVDs with her. Because she and I both love Match Game, but Jason doesn't quite get it. But Mallory and I do. Like, okay, here's the cool thing about Match Game is, it was made in a time when, like, being drunk on TV didn't make you an embarrassment, it made you cool.
Yeah!
And so, like, I saw an episode of Match Game once where Charles Nelson Riley was so fucking drunk, he was basically passing out and drooling. Like, it was fucking insane. And they just, like, keep pointing the camera at him, and he's just like, all fucked up. It was great. If nobody's ever seen the Match Game, I highly recommend looking up some clips on YouTube, because...
Yeah, I've seen clips and stuff of it, but that's about it.
It is a work of art.
Oh.
It was like the type of TV show... They tried to bring Match Game back recently, and, like, the people are allowed to drink on the panel, right? But they're, like, a fun, bubbly drunk. Not, like, 70s sleazy, like, it's 8 in the morning drunk. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Shane asks, was that in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind? Was that the same? Yeah, that was the same guy.
Who?
The guy who hosted it.
Who?
Oh, Chuck Berry?
Chuck Berry?
Is that his name?
Chuck Berry was invented rock and roll, dog.
No, that's the wrong one. It's something. No, yeah, that's not right. No, I can't.
Chuck Woolery did
The dating game,
the
but
dating game.
I'm talking about the match game where
Match game was hosted by Gene Rayburn, who also not coincidentally,
Chuck Barris. I was close.
Chuck Barris. Gene Rayburn actually invented the skinny microphone.
Oh.
Because it was easier for him to interview players on his game show if he had a long, skinny microphone he could hold out to them.
Makes sense.
So he invented the long, skinny microphone.
And then Bob Barker perfected it, obviously.
Well, Bob Barker perfected the use of it. He did nothing to promote the device.
He promoted it by using it.
He did nothing.
Okay.
He's a pretender to the throne. Gene Rayburn's the man. I need to figure out how to get these last two things because I'm really bored with this dungeon right now.
I just feel like you're just kind of like turning these cylinders.
Yeah, I'm just turning the cylinders around to see what happens. Think I can make that jump?
I thought you kept trying to get that one chest.
Come on. Just let me use my bird jump to cheat this one over here. Oh no, oh no. Bird jump, don't fail me. Okay, there we go.
Oh god, I didn't think that was gonna work.
I didn't either, but it did. Alright, one terminal remaining, and then I have to kill the stupid wind blight, or sand blight, or whatever this one's called. Chuck Blight.
it's the Chuck Blight.
Where is this one? It says it's in this room.
It's down there somewhere?
Oh, it's in this cage down here.
Oh, god damn it.
I know what I need to do.
Nubia.
I do. Hang on a second. My methods are unorthodox but sound. I will indeed make my way up there.
Oh.
You will see.
I'm curious to find out what your methods be.
Alright, so I want to rotate those all into place so that I can get up on top of this thing and get back into the elevator room. Yeah, I think this boss is the hard one. It's the one where you have to hit him with the magnetic things. Like, they actually gave you something to do in this one other than just hit him with your sword. And that's why I had a little bit of trouble with him. Because I was just expecting, like, oh, just run up and hit him like the others. That's alright. Escolito Duende is not afraid of anything.
He doesn't afraid of anything.
That's an old callback. To an old 4chan meme.
Indeed. Do you ever find yourself kind of nostalgic for the old days of the internet?
I do, honestly.
As sad as that is, I miss it.
Remember
when you used to get made fun of for being online?
I do remember getting made fun
like
of
people,
for being online.
People used to make fun of me all the time because I liked computers and I liked the internet, and now everyone is literally connected to the internet at all times.
There's, like, members of my family that are just, like, pathetic fucking nerds that are on Facebook all day. And, like, come on. I had to pay my dues as being an internet nerd.
Mm-hmm. And now every old blowhole can just put their stupid racist memes up. It's just annoying. It's annoying.
All these damn kids on their MySpace video games and Pac-Man. Damn them.
It's the worst.
I just remembered how to do this.
You remembered again?
I did it wrong the first time.
Look how dainty this camel is, though.
He's just tiptoeing around.
He is. It's like wearing little stilettos.
There we go.
Nailed it.
First try, everybody.
First fucking try. That's why everyone calls you First Try.
Well done. That was the last of the tournament.
That's a good nickname. Is First Try.
Take a good look at your map.
Oh, shut up, Ouroboros.
You see them. You're doing well.
Urbosa.
Urbosa.
The confidence can be a deadly foe.
Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the squid-faced man.
That was Davy Jones.
Oh, whoops.
Barbosa was the one's like, you best start believing in ghost stories, cause you're in one.
Oh, the zombie pirate.
It was, Jeffrey Rush?
Yep, totally was Jeffrey Rush.
Yep.
I think you're trapped in here now. Never mind.
No, I'm good. I just gotta rotate it 2 times, then I can walk out. Or I can
Yeah.
just walk out like this and walk into this room like that. That'll be fine, too.
That will also work.
That will also work. And then I think I need to get everything up to the top. There.
Ooh.
I think I did it. Or I need to get everything to the bottom, maybe.
You did it.
I do need to get everything to the bottom. Esquelito Duende will win the day. But first I'm going to put on some actual like armor that will protect me somewhat during this fight, because as Shane pointed out, this is actually kind of the hard one.
I was gonna say, does that not provide any actual protection?
No, not until I upgrade it a few times.
Oh, can you upgrade that one?
Yeah, you can.
What do you upgrade it with?
Luminous stones and other stuff. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But I know luminous stones come into play with it eventually. And it's not bad armor. It's not the best in the game either, but... Yeah, this is the one where you have to like pull up the magnetic strips and hit him with them or something. I'll figure it out as I go.
He has a flower.
Thunderblight Ganon.
Oh shit, he's scary.
Thunder, 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 Thunderblight.
Stay on your edge.
Where are his legs?
This formidable adversary was made by Ganon. And
There.
for me to
Try looking up your butt.
do not allow this to be your end.
Then I'd have a blight butt.
And it's dead.
Just switch to the old Master Sword here.
This thing is fast. Watch yourself.
Oops, drop the Knight's Bow.
He's very fast.
Just like that.
Here I come, motherfucker. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, he's doing lots of electrics to me.
Do you have anything that... Put on your rubber suit.
I only have the pants.
Oh shit.
Just come down here and fight me, you wiener.
Go.
Beat the shit out of him. Good job.
Ow. I like his weird little fishhook sword. It's pretty cool.
Looks like a Dothraki sword almost. Oh. Was that it?
No, he's not dead yet. He's got his second phase. See, in this one, you need to... He's gonna start throwing these things around. And you pick them up. And then I'm not sure what exactly you do with them. Maybe you hit him with them?
He's up so high, though.
Can I still rotate this thing?
I don't think so.
No, I can't. That did a lot of damage to me though, so let's eat. Let's take my hearty elixir.
Yum!
I think... See, he zaps all these. You gotta pick him up and hit it. Pick one up and hit him with it. But you gotta be, like, up higher to do that. Hold on, let me get up higher. This guy's an asshole.
He's a real dick.
It's a real horse's patoot is what he is.
Sam, come on. Teenagers watch this. Don't use such language.
There we go.
Bing bong.
Ow! God damn it!
Uh-oh.
There's valor in dodging. Thanks. Eat these sauteed nuts just to top off a little here. There's valor in me beating this thing's ass. Come on. Let me get him. Ah! Like one more hit and that could have been it. Oh, there we go. Hooray!
You did it! Yay! That was it seemed only slightly more challenging.
Right? Once I got up to the top and hit him with one of those metal things, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh shit, I forgot, I'm totally weak to those.
What a foolish plan to use my only weakness, big metal things. Thank you, Shane. I'm very proud of that arrow shot.
It was pretty good.
Not too shabby.
Mm-mm.
I've got 3 divine beasts under my belt at this point. I'm doing pretty darn good on this replay.
Yeah?
I haven't even been up by where the Gorons are yet. Like, I haven't even ventured that direction yet.
That was like, I think the jungle was the first area I really fully explored, and then I went up there.
There, I'm on my second row of hearts.
Hooray!
Yes, I wish to activate it. I might not find a chest that has a fucking ancient screw in it or something. Boo hoo. I think that's the coolest looking outfit, aside from, like, the one that looks the most like a Legend of Zelda outfit. That's the coolest one. Clearly,
Yeah.
the coolest outfit is Tingle's outfit or Esqueleto Duende, but
This is the coolest one in the, looks most like Zelda costume.
this looks like something that Link would wear anyway. Hi, Urbosa.
Hey, lady.
I wish I had like $60 to dump on amiibos because I want all the champion amiibos.
They have champion amiibos?
Yeah, they've got Urbosa, Daruk, Mifa, and Rivali. And you get like special helmets for using them.
Ooh.
The Tingle outfit is awesome, Shane. I will not hear you talk shit about the Tingle outfit.
It will no doubt be of use to you.
What, ooh, she's gonna give you a superpower.
Ow, my belly!
Why is that where all the stuff goes?
It's cooler than hell. Snap your fingers.
Wait.
You better be saying that you love the Tingle outfit, Shane. My god.
You know what's fucking good for you. We're a Tingle family.
We're in this house, we love Tingle!
Look at the shine on her hair.
She's beautiful.
No, I just mean, like, it's rendered so gorgeously, and it really, like, expresses the dimension of her hair really well.
And she's beautiful.
I mean, she's a fox. She's stone cold.
You've got to say it like a creepy little kid. Oh, she's gorgeous.
She's the most beautiful lady.
Fire burster.
Bye-bye, we love you.
Yeah, the Tingle's Crazy DS game wasn't localized in America. And
Sorry, go ahead.
it was
sorry.
a weird minigame collection thing, I think. Or no, it was like a it was like a little Tingle RPG with minigames or something. And it was called like Tingle's #1 Blossom Bloom Rose Love Quest or something crazy like that. American audiences don't really like Tingle. Apparently Japanese people love him, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they refer to him, I think, as a sinner in this game.
They do.
And, like, he's always made me pretty uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie.
Tingle's supposed to make you uncomfortable. That's the point of the character.
He's doing a bang-up job.
In Wind Waker, Freshly Picked, Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land is the name of it. Thank you, Shane.
No! Why is it freshly picked?
I know, I love it. In Wind Waker, when you meet Tingle, he's in jail, and they never explain why he's in jail, but I have no question that he should have been there.
Yeah, good. Hero.
I have every bit of confidence that whatever they put Tingle in jail for, he deserved to be in jail.
That and Captain Rainbow make me mad. Who's Captain Rainbow, Shane?
Yeah, I don't know about Captain Rainbow.
This camel's about to give it. Yep, look at that.
Camel gonna give it to you. Legend of the Gerudo, celebrated over the ages. See, she mentions Naburu.
Yeah, because this game is supposed to take place like 10,100 years after everything else or something.
Right, exactly.
But we're still unsure where it is on the timeline.
Nintendo maintains that the first Legend of Zelda game on NES is the one that's farthest along in the timeline.
Gotcha.
But this one's got like futuristic robots and shit in it, so...
Yeah, I watched a few more, just like theory games about where this is on the timeline and stuff. It gets confusing a bit.
I hate the fucking timeline.
It's just really confusing. I appreciate it for what it is, but yeah, it's just like a lot of retconning and trying to like figure stuff out.
I don't think it needs it. You just need to say, here's a new Zelda game. It's Link and Zelda. Blah blah blah. Who cares?
You don't care about the overarching mythos of the games?
I mean, I care. Like, I like seeing like connections to it and stuff. Like, I thought it was cool that, you know, the Rito evolved from the Zora in Wind Waker. And, like, also, Va-Ruta, the thing in here is obviously named after Ruto from Ocarina of Time.
Right, because the bird people apparently evolved from the fish people.
Hey, can I come in here? Which doesn't make any sense, because if the entire world was flooded, the fish people would be fucking laughing, wouldn't they? They'd love it.
I don't know, they do tend to go on land too, but they don't, I guess they don't need it.
You know, I was really happy with who they chose to be in Smash Brothers when they did that contest to add a character to Smash Brothers, because I actually voted for Bayonetta. I was so pumped. I put in 2 entries, and one was for Bayonetta, and the other one was for Goku. Those were my 2 entries that I chose, and they said Bayonetta, and I was over the fucking moon about it. I was so excited. So I think we're at a good stopping point here. It is 1:43 a.m.
Hey, yes it is.
That
We should
means
probably...
it is probably my bedtime.
I'm sleepy.
So I'm going to climb up here. We're gonna get a good look out over the thing. We're gonna take a picture of a rusty claymore here.
Looks like a bunch of upside down ball sacks.
Yes, it does. Let's get that in the background of our selfie that we're gonna take with our claymore.
Sounds like a plan.
Hold on, let me get it. So it's
There, wait, almost.
Alright.
Note it down.
I got it.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I love it.
So yeah, that's Breath of the Mild for this evening. Another day where I've recorded 2 whole episodes. Or wait, no, I just did 1 today, didn't I?
But it's like a double whammy.
No,
'cause
wait, we did do 2 because we stopped and went to the bathroom in between, and also we've been doing this since 10, so it's been like 3.5 hours or something.
Yeah,
crazy
it's
like
yeah.
that.
We've been doing this a while.
We've been doing this a long time. So, thank you for watching, especially you, Shane, for sticking around to the end and talking about video games and movies and shit with us.
Shane loves Scooby Doo. That's what I learned today.
Stay
Good on you,
tuned.
Shane.
I'm busy for the next few days, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do this for another couple of days, but I'll post it on Twitter when I'm ready. Shane follows me on Twitter, everybody knows. Look, I'm standing on top of this fucking walrus.
Do it. And that's where we end
What are
our
you doing
video.
up there, you big bitch?
Big bitch.